Hi guys, me again. So I'm at the allotment today and I haven't been here for a few days. I popped here quickly last night just to check on stuff. Picked those gorgeous strawberries. Lovely. So it's been raining all night. Rained most of yesterday, but it's stopped for a minute now, so I just thought I'd do a quick bit of filming and show you what's going on. Okay, so this side of the plot is looking really wild. I did cut the grass, I trimmed it, looked ace, but now it's just gone crazy again. So this is the strawberry bed here. Magpie, woodpecker. Anyway, so yeah, black currants are growing here. I've got a gooseberry bush here, but there's loads of strawberries coming. Okay, so the asparagus has gone over. I haven't picked it this year because I want to move it. I haven't got a lot of it anyway, but I'm hoping if I move it, it'll do better. These are the Babington Links, and I let these go to seed, and then I collect the bulbous, and hopefully I'll be, sharing some of them this year. Here I've got a gooseberry. Yeah, there's some growing, but look at this. I trimmed all this. Look at all these in here. You can see all them in there. Red currants. Give them a couple more days. And in here I've got some white currants, but they're not ready just yet. Get in there. So these are my potatoes here, and they're going over, so I think they're ready. I thought they were dying for some reason, but I think they're ready to pick, so I'm going to dig some of them up in a bit and see. I've got people here now. I've got potatoes growing there, they must be self-seeded, and then I've got the elephant garlic, which I'm so grateful for because the garlic at home has not done well. My son's done. Yeah, the garlic at home has not done well. But it's my fault because I haven't looked after it. I just left it to its own thing. Peas. Ladybird poppy gone crazy. I had some beautiful petty poppies here, and I planted them, and the pigeons have had them. Now usually they only have the tops off them, so I grew them quite big, but for some reason they've eaten them. I've got some peas growing. There's peas, some beans there. Rhubarb, this is absolutely pathetic. But these are just some beetroot that I had spare and put in, and they're doing really well. Need to weed. Excuse the weeds. That was chard that a plot neighbour gave me, and the slugs have eaten it. And they're just eating everything at the moment. So this is the herb bed, and it's an absolute state now. I cleared all this of weeds, and yeah, they've just taken over, but I'll get there. Put some mint down here. Hopefully that'll take, just to try and stop the creeping buttercup. And the chives are doing fine. I'll cut them back and hopefully I'll get another harvest of them. This is the carrot bed. I've got a few, but I just leave that because I don't want carrot fly. I just let it go wild and do its own thing, it'll be fine. Got loads of flowers coming out, calendula, marigolds and poppies. This is the parsnip bed, and I have about 10 parsnips growing, that's it. This is the leek bed, and look at the weeds already, just from this rain. It's crazy, but I'll sort it out. And also the beans, still looking a bit, I need to tie them up the poles. Hopefully that will make them feel better. More weeds. I've just roughly hoed this path here, and they'll die down. It'll be fine in a couple of days again. Just looks a bit messy at the moment. Look at the sweet corn. Look how big it's getting. Absolutely loves being in the ground. And the squash I planted, yeah, slowly. That one's not doing much. That one definitely isn't. These two seem a bit better. Rosemary's definitely had it, and so's the sage. I've got some herbs here to put in. Oh, and these are just self-seeded potatoes. Thyme's done fine. And the lavender, I need to get the bindweed out of it. These are just some flowers this side. So this is my old plot, as I call it. And then this is my new plot, as I call it, by the water tank. So at the front here I have all the flowers, sunflowers, dahlias, echinacea, rudbeckia. I've got some Egyptian walking onions there. This side I've got some more flowers and some comfrey that I chop down and make fertiliser out of, plant food. Then I've got like onions here, and I've just started weeding this bed, and I've got more onions here because I was told onions do not like weeds. They don't like any competition. That one's going to seed, and there's one down there going to seed as well. They're both red onions. Over here I thought this was a bed of kohlrabi, which most of it is, but there's a couple of things snuck in here. But look them growing. And that's just since I've been away. They were probably that size, but now look at them. Amazing. This here looks like a kale, and I think there might be like, I don't know what else in there. With my weeds I put in buckets like that, let them die for a couple of days, and then I throw them then. These are some bush beans which got absolutely annihilated by the slugs. This is a dahlia that's sneaking through that I thought I dug up. In here there's a mix of everything. A load of brassicas, cabbages, broccoli, kohlrabi I think. In here, can you see these green ferny things? There. That's dill. I've got my first little head of broccoli. That is quick growing broccoli, so they won't get very big. I planted them quite close as well. But yeah, can't believe it. I've only just weeded this bed. Anyway, yeah, loads of brassicas again. And those green, like acid green, they look like leaves, weeds. They're Celtis, I think Chinese lettuce. Over here I've got some more potatoes. I need to finish just weeding this little bit here. Under here I've got purple kohlrabi, and then down the bottom there I've got some lettuce, and as you can see it's sneaking out. I need to pick that. My cucumbers. Look how high I've done the sticks. Being very optimistic, aren't I, that they'll grow that big. That one's had it, I think. We'll give it a chance. This is some beetroot I had, and I just thought I'll stick it in, and it's picked up, so we'll see. Little birds are having a bath in the black plastic. This is my celery bed, and this is celeriac, and again this needs weeding. I need to pull this black plastic off and plant some squash and stuff here in the next couple of days. But the forecast now for the next 2 weeks is rubbish. Really rubbish. Gets you down a bit, doesn't it? So this is the path going down here. This is my neighbour's plot. This is all mine. And down here I've done loads of flowers. I put loads of flower seeds in a tin with some sand and just sprinkled it everywhere. And some of them grow and some are not. This is cosmos. They're doing really well. Really well. Yeah, loads of Nicotiana. I think they're caped gooseberries. Marigolds. Love Lies Bleeding. I've got some dill, poppy, and Ami majus. So, and then this needs trimming and clearing, but I'll get there. I'm in no rush. I'm not going to stress myself out about it. If it gets done this year, it gets done this year. If it doesn't, it doesn't. So these brambles here, when I first took the plot on, they were about here to where that black plastic is, so I've gained all that space. And when I was cutting it back, I found a few berry trees. Didn't know what they were anyway. One of my plot neighbours told me it's a jesterberry. Can you see all those berries in there? The jesterberries. Anyway, oh, there's loads here too. I missed, oh there's loads now, I've cut it all back. I missed the harvest last year. I didn't miss the harvest, the birds ate them. Oh, there's one change in there. This was a massive pile of brambles that I cut down. There's two, and it's rotted down now to just that. So I'll get rid of that. So the buckets, when I fill it full of weeds, and then I just put on here, let it die off. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put all this under this black plastic, and it'll just turn to compost. I did it last year, it worked really well. And yeah, just got lovely compost. Was that a frog or a newt? Do have newts on this side. So yeah, this is my next bit here. And like I said, I'm just going to do it in bits. Just going to do it in bits. And not get stressed about it. Not get worried. I've got loads and loads of food growing. It's the beginning of June. I've still got time. But I need to put these squash in now. So I'm going to crack on with this bit. See, oh, here's an example. Look at all the weeds there, and that's just turned to compost. So I'll dig that off and put it in the ground because the squash are really hungry plants. They'll love that. Celery and celeriac's looking a bit pathetic. Hopefully now with all this rain, they love rain. Love water. Love it. So yeah, I'm going to crack on now. Oh, I'm just so happy things are growing. Yay! Gonna get a t-shirt, guys. Gonna get a t-shirt. You wouldn't think I'm in a city. So peaceful here. Says she, and there's the ambulance. Okay, so that's the onion bed 1 and onion bed 2. Those are mainly white and spring onions. These are red. We did all them potatoes. Finished this patch here, and oh my gosh, it is so easier when it's been raining. But I dug a couple of inches and it is bone dry down there. The clay soil is that compacted, I think no water can get in there. So hopefully I've broken it down a bit now, dug it over. We did the celery. And I've weeded the celeriac. And then I've done all here. Mr. Crow's helping me dig that. All that white spaghetti stuff looks like spaghetti. That's bindweed and mare's tail that's been growing under the black plastic. But that's really, really weak now, so just pull it up and it's done. So yeah. Right, my next plan of action is to get some squash in here. I've got some swede that's desperate to go in, but that needs netting because the pigeons will have it because it's a brassica. Need to weed that bed next. Maybe I didn't do it. I mustn't have done it. There's no way that that could have grown back that much already. Right, so I'm filthy hands. Heading off now for today. I'm going to put my fork away. No, I'll leave that till later because my son loves it. I'm going to dig some potatoes, see if they're ready, but my son loves doing that. So I'll collect him from school and then I'll come back and dig some potatoes. Yay! Okay guys, so I'm a little bit organised today and I've brought my camera and the stand that it stands on so it's not shaky. There's Mr. Crow eating an ant's nest. So if you see any like little ropey bits where I've missed bits, that's because there's an ant's nest there and they're red ants. And the other day I got completely eaten up one arm and it really hurt. So this is the herd bed now, and just here and here, these are all the herbs that I planted the other day. That there is the old rosemary plant that I thought I killed. You just look closely here, it started to regrow, so cut it all down and we'll see. That is the new rosemary there. Hello Mr. Crow. This whole bed, let's see if I can do it, is going to be a herb bed. I weeded all the top there and it's regrown, so I've got to weed that again. This is part of the old lavender and rosemary and I'm going to chop it up and I'm just going to put it on top of the soil in between the herbs just to mulch it a little bit. Yeah, it'll just rot down in the end. And this is, I'll clear all that. So today I have brought the herbs with me. So you know the living herbs. Oh, here's one. Living herbs that I got from Asda. I brought them with me, and I was going to split them up and pop them on and then plant them out. But I'm just going to plant them straight out because this is desperate to get some food from the soil now. So I'm going to do that. And this is what I tend to do, is I dig a little bit and then I plant. I sow seeds or I plant something because that gives me the motivation to keep going. I dug this bit the other day, planted. I've dug the rest of it today and I'm going to plant some more now. And then I'll tackle that really rough area. So rain stopped play. So I'm just going to do the last little bit of filming now and head home. I planted parsley here. It was one pot and I split it into two. This is a thyme plant that we moved this year, so we cut it all right back and it started growing already. Lovely little green shoots coming, so really chuffed. So that's thyme and that's thyme. You can tell this is overwintered because it's woody, and if you grew thyme from seeds, this is what it'd look like, very green and floppy. So hopefully that survives and that will overwinter. Sage, normal thyme, and I think that's a silver thyme. We've got a citrus thyme at home. These two plants here are coriander. Again, it was one pot and I just split it into two. And then those three there, this one, and this one is parsley again. I split that into three because that's just the way it wanted to go. And then I've got all around these compost bins to do. I chopped the chives back the other day, so hopefully they'll grow. Look at that beautiful calendula. Gorgeous. And that's how I know as well, loads of things are behind this year because I'd have loads of flowers by now. There's no bees around. Yeah, come on, sunshine. So I'll be back tomorrow now and hopefully finish the rest of this. Maybe not finish it, but definitely getting it looking a lot more tidy. Hi guys, I haven't been doing the herb bed today. I've been doing something else at the allotment, just weeding and stuff like that. But I've done some harvesting because it's been raining so much, and if I leave them on the plants any longer, the slugs will have them. Oh, I am so chuffed. I just can't get over it. Now then, I have loads and loads of strawberries. Look at them. Look at the size of them. I can't get over the size of them this year. Now usually with that bed I look after it all winter, do the runners, get rid of the old plants, then I mulch it with straw, and I always get a really good harvest, but the strawberries aren't very big and they're not very sweet. They're lovely, but they're not very sweet. This year I just haven't done anything to it. I didn't weed it, I didn't mulch it, I let the runners do their own thing, and oh my goodness, I've had an absolutely amazing harvest today, and there'll be more to come. They're just huge. Yeah, so some of them aren't quite ripe. I'm going to put them in a bowl, and ooh, there's a little freeloader in there, I'll chuck that one. Yeah, some of them haven't harvested, so I'm going to put them in a bowl, in a window, so they can carry on ripening. But like I said, if I leave them out any longer, the slugs will have them. I have netted them because I've got a beautiful little blackbird and she absolutely loves strawberries. So some of the ones that come out of the nets, I let her have them, but the others, they're for me. Or should I say, they're for us. Oh, and this is why now I need the freezer space, because these harvests are coming. Oh, I left my potatoes, got a little handful of potato as well while I was weeding. I didn't realise some of the potatoes were quite close to the surface, but they're a good size, some little new potatoes, just a handful. So probably eat them later, have them for dinner. Then I got a load of peas because it's rained so much. They just swell up so quickly, and if you don't catch them just right, they go all hard and not sweet. But yeah, got a nice handful of peas. Look at all them. More than a handful actually. Well, not when I pod them. And because I'm in a rush today, I didn't eat them. I brought them straight home. And now the currants have started as well, the red currants and the white currants. It's really hard to tell with the white currant when they're ready. You can tell if you've got to look really close. So can you see that one's almost see-through, and these are still a tiny little bit green, the skin's a bit thicker, but when they're see-through, oh, they are ready. Yeah, so I'll put these in the window as well and just let them ripen off. I've got so much to do today. The sun is shining in between the horrible grey clouds. I'm hoping it doesn't rain. And now I've got to shoot back to the allotment and do some planting, because I found some Cape gooseberry plants in the polytunnel last night, that right at the back. I don't know how they got shoved there, but they got shoved there, and they need going out because they're forming fruits. So it might be too late for them, I don't know, but I'm going to give them a go. So that's why I weeded the bed, so I can go and plant them. Hi guys, so this is the herb bed. I planted some more stuff in here, some celery, more herbs, basil, coriander, yeah, just a few things, a few flowers, and they seem to be taking really well. Parsley there, a new herb called woodworm, I'm sure it's woodworm or something like that. It's a bit windy up here today, so I couldn't talk, so that's why I'm doing this like voiceover now. So here are the living lettuce that I split up and planted. I've lost a few, but most of them are doing really well. I'm really chuffed. These are the squashes and sweet corn, and look at the weeds, they've just gone absolutely crazy. Snuck a few lettuce in between the sweet corn as well. They're coming along nicely. Again, I've lost a couple. But yeah, oh, the sweet corn are loving this heat. They're just shooting off now. Beans are doing well. Well, they're picking up, but the gigantes are doing amazing. Look at that, look how tall they've grown, and they've got flowers on, and that's a drying bean. This is one of the brassica beds I've weeded. We've been eating kohlrabi out of here, they've been amazing. Bush beans, pathetic, but I have got a few beans growing on them. But there should be like little bunches by now, but yeah, they're recovering after all the slug damage. More brassicas. Look at the look at the cabbages, they're looking amazing. And I've also weeded this bed and replanted some things as I've taken stuff out. This is the green sprouting broccoli, and I'm just chopping the heads off and I'm getting side shoots. Amazing. Potatoes are doing okay this side. Got a couple of flowers coming. There's the flowers. Celery next to that. Oh, poppy. Celeriac. Here I've planted the swede, and they've just shot off. Absolutely love being in the ground. I've still got a couple spares in trays in there that weren't doing too good, so I'll plant them out. Here I've got some flowers and tomatillos, tomatillos I think they're called. They're starting to flower. And here I've got 4 squash, either pumpkins or butternut squash, I'm not sure. Weeds coming through again already. On a couple of flowers at the end, I think there's some cosmos. I have to net the swedes because the pigeons eat them. Here I've got some squash again and some cucumbers. And they're starting to get going now. I have got baby cucumbers, yay! Here I've got the purple kohlrabi and then some lettuce. I've got flowers. They're really loving this heat. They've started going. I love life's bleeding, which is flower, but also like you can eat it as a grain. Lots of flowers and weeds. But I'm not weeding here because I put a flower mix in, so I don't know what's flowers and what's weeds yet, so I'm just going to let them all try and mingle on. Cosmos, Nicotiana, borage, yay. Pick some flowers and freeze them in ice cubes for my chin. And the bees are loving it. I haven't had many bees yet, but they're starting to come now the flowers are here. And I've got the most beautiful dahlia. Gorgeous, I'm going to pick some of them. And my sunflowers. And some, what's that? Oh, that is a lettuce. Or mustard, so that must have been in with the flour mix. Sweet peas are definitely not looking healthy. Okay, I think the wind's died down a little bit. It was really windy before. I'm right at the top of the allotment, surrounded by all these trees. So I don't know if you'll be able to hear me, but we'll give it a go anyway. Right, so the herb bed, as you can see, and I showed you before, loads more herbs, and now I've just tidied this bit. I want that area looking a bit rougher around the compost bins. I'm going to throw in some flower seeds, have a bit of a wild section. Most of my mint is taken, it started growing, so that's ace. And I know it looks really messy, but it's a beautiful sunny day today, and this is the best time to do your hoeing and weeding, and then just leave them on top, and the sun will absolutely fry them, and then all that goodness that they've taken out of the soil will just go back into it. Now if you like a really tidy pot, obviously that's not for you, but this is what I do, you know, I just leave it on top and sorts itself out. So this nasturtium has gone crazy. This is the bed last year that had all those nasturtiums in. I just love them growing because they suppress the weeds. I've had a bit of a tidy up around here. But what I wanted to show you was my compost bin. Now in here I've got bindweed, grass, couch grass, dock roots, dandelions, everything. And I did this last year, and I've got an ant's nest in this compost bin, and they're amazing. They've chewed up all those roots and everything. It's lovely, fine compost. The only thing is it's full of ants. But I've used a load of this compost over on the new plot. I won't use any compost on here because there's like mare's tail and stuff in here. I don't want to get it on this side because I haven't got it here at the moment. But yeah, and I don't water it or anything. I just put the lid on, and this time next year I'll have some more compost. Yay, I'll just keep on adding to it. Now then, this is my chest that people keep on hitting, so I've left it there now. I did put metal poles in the ground, but they've knocked them off, so they've made a mess of their car, but I don't care, they shouldn't go on my plot. This is where I had the sand pit, but when the car hit the chest, it smashed my sand pit and I haven't replaced it. So what I've been doing here is I've got some black polythene stuff that I had underneath the sand pit, and I've just been putting all my weeds here, all of them. I'm going to cover it in black plastic and leave it, and next year I'll have some lovely compost, and all I need to do then is spread it along here. I've tied these autumn lollipops up, even though they're flowering, but they're so beautiful. Look how pretty they are. Look at that, gorgeous. My Babington leeks are finished here now. I need to weed it. I'll just leave that and maybe add a bit of compost to it, and they'll start growing again in August. I had a rhubarb here which I thought hadn't done anything, but I've been weeding, and look, it survived. There's the crown. Look how thin it is. So I'm going to start feeding this and watering it like crazy. I will not be picking this year, but and mulch it, maybe put some manure on it. Right, this is the last thing I'm going to show you now, because this video is going on and on and on. And I could go on and on and on every day up here and show you something new and do something new. But yeah, it'd go on forever, wouldn't it? So I dumped potatoes out of here and I put my caked gooseberries in. I don't know if they'll come to anything. I think they got stunted in the pot, so I don't know. This was the beetroot I was talking about the other day on the video about. It's been in here now for months, and oh my gosh, I'm telling a lie. Oh, it's not very big then. Finally, the signs of it fattening up. Can you see that? Amazing. Oh, look. And they've been in here for months now, and they're not doing anything. I've had a tidy of this bed, and I've got some spring onions, kale. I'm leaving that broad bean so I can collect the beans for seed and let it dry out. But those ladybird larvae, they've eaten all the black fly off it. They've done amazing. And I planted some chard here. They need a bit of a water. Oh, the rest of the potatoes are going out. My plot neighbour over there also has some kind of disease, she said it was, in her potatoes. So I don't know what's going on there. But yay! I really need to sort this side out. But I have got a plan for it. I put some squash or pumpkins in here, I don't know which ones. And this is just comfrey that I've chopped down and just chucked on. I'm just going to the ground. Artichokes are looking huge this year. I don't eat them, I let them go to flower because they're beautiful and the bees love them. Oh look, all my Babington leeks. Get loads of little bulbs. Ace. Share them. Right, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pick some stuff. Okay, so guys, we're going to end this video on a massive high now, and I'm going to show you what I ended up picking. This is only half of it, fruit-wise. Oh, there was just so much and I ran out of time. It took me over an hour and a half to pick what I've got. But oh, I'm so chuffed. So chuffed. Yes, so I'm going to end the allotment video here, and you know, I'll start new ones and show you my progress. But yeah, I'm so sorry this is so late, but I just thought, oh, I'll do a little bit more and then I'll show you, and I'll do a little bit more and I'll show you, and I could just go on and on and on. So yeah, that's it. But I'm going to bring you in now and show you what I got. I can't believe it. Okay, so I got some more new potatoes. Well, I think there's maybe 2 or 3 plants left now, and that's it. I had a better harvest out of some of the ones that my son planted for me that we put in later. So I don't know, maybe they haven't been destroyed by this virus. Apparently it's a disease in the soil that I've got, and it makes the potatoes rot. So maybe I should go back later and dig some more up and then store them. So I've got some new potatoes. I got a handful of peas. I didn't think I'd have any peas. I thought they'd all gone over. I'm saving some now for seed for next year. I got a lettuce. Oh, the slugs have been inside. It's a bit damaged inside, but I'll cut the main rib out and that'll be fine. I got kohlrabi. Look at the size of that. A few little holes, but once I chop it up, you won't even notice. I got a handful of French beans from my bush beans, which the slugs absolutely annihilated, so I think I would have got more by now, but a nice little handful there for my son, and a handful of the green sprouting broccoli. Lovely. Then look at all these. So my white currant bush always does better on the allotment than the red currant bush, and I think because the red currants ripen earlier, we tend to eat a lot more straight off the bush because we're so excited. But this is only half of the white currants. I've got to go back and pick some more. And then look at all these babies. That is a trough full, absolutely jam-packed in there. And some of them are huge. Oh, I'm going to eat some of these now. I can't wait. And there's still more strawberries to come. The hedgehogs had a right good munch in the middle of it all. And why don't they just eat a whole one and then move on to the next instead of taking little bites out of every single one of them? Hope it's a hedgehog and not a rat or anything like that. But yeah, look how much I picked. Woohoo! And I also got my first flowers. So this is a dahlia that's grown from last year that I completely forgot I had. How beautiful is that? I've got my calendula. Once these start going over, I'll save the petals. I've got this lovely pink flower, which I haven't got a clue what it's called, but the leaves are like velvet and cotton wool. They're so soft. And then I got a little yellow one there. What's that? A couple of green fly on there, but oh yeah, look how beautiful that is. Turn it that way so I can see my dahlia. Oh, lovely. Yay. Oh, so now I've got to get all this ready. I'm going to eat some of it first though. It's lunchtime now and I'm going to have some lunch. So there we go for this video. Yeah, like I said, I'm sorry it's taken so long for me to do, but hopefully you can see like progress that I've made and how far I'm getting. This is a pepper that I got in the house and look at that, they're growing. That's Pepper Amy. So today is a good day. Right, I'm going to soak all this stuff, have some lunch, and then it'll be time for the school run. So take care and I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.